Okay, we'll get into the show now. So, before the show actually opens with Crockett and Shivani, we got the Midnight Express attacking Ronnie Garvin after Garvin and after Garvin and Wyndham win a match on NWA Pro. So more to come on later in this episode on that. And then Shivani and Crockett open up the show. I'm not going to play it. They announced Brad Armstrong will face Tully Blanchard this week, and we got Ric Flair will also be in action. They don't say what, against who, but that's what they mentioned. Harper, you got anything from the opening of the show?
Let's see.
I don't have nothing. I mean, it was pretty much it. So, okay, Doc, what about you?
What was it? I forgot what was it again?
Nah, Crockett or Shivani announces Armstrong versus Blanchard.
Oh,
Rick
yeah.
Be in action.
I'm just thinking that if I'm going in the ring to attack Ronnie Garvin, I'm bringing more than what I brought just then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm bringing everybody.
I was going to say something about the upcoming, this actual episode. And this episode was kind of like a setup episode. This entire week is a setup for like stuff that's coming. Like nothing like major is going to happen this week, but believe me, it sets things in motion. This whole Garvin thing with Cornette, it's going to lead to some other things.
A seed is being planted this week.
Yeah. I mean, you can't give everything away all at one time. So
on your mom's face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
wow.
Mother's Day, bitch. here's your Liz Taylor White Diamonds perfume.
You know, Hopper is right. These broads are like children, Doc.
They are like children, right? They get a good grade in school, and they get a fucking home run in a little league thing, and they want you. Oh, we got to go to Pizza Hut tonight because I got a fucking hit. Fuck you, bro. We're going home.
Hopper, did you have a bad day at work? Are you okay?
I'm just saying, women are like fucking children.
Man, I sure hope we still have some of those listeners from back in the day that used to drive around listening to this shit in their car with their wives.
The Eye of Gibson told me one time he would put it on, and his wife and kids would be in the car, and he wouldn't make it. He wouldn't make it 60 seconds into the episode before he's like, "Okay, I got to turn that off."
That's a compliment where I come from.
Yeah, so and he's still with us, thank God. All right, so we go to the first match on the card. It's Jimmy Garvin versus George South. Garvin defeats South in I think, a pretty loud match. The audience was into this thing. They went at it. Harper, what thoughts did you have from the match?
It was a good match.
Wait, who is this?
George South and Jimmy Garvin in the very beginning.
First match on the card, Doc. Good stuff.
Yeah, I liked it. Good match.
All right. Well, we'll keep going then. So we got Jimmy Garvin, who now is going to cut a promo. Here it is.
One and only gorgeous Jimmy Garvin along with Precious.
Let me start something right off the bat here before we get started to the greatest 2 hours you've probably ever seen in your life. That is, I want you to tell your mother, Rebecca, to quit calling us at home wanting to know who my next opponent's going to be. I don't know. How am I supposed to tell her? She calls me late at night. Obviously it's when she's getting in or something. I don't know. I was very surprised. But the fact is this. It's almost, oh, don't be stupid over there. People are so silly sometimes. We want Brad. They can want Brad or Bullet Bob all they want. The fact is this, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin is the greatest wrestler in the world, and it's not his fault. I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of guys can get out here and talk a bunch of trash, but the fact is, I walk around here, I can do anything I want. Watch this. I walk around, anybody out here want to wrestle me? No, I come on this program because it's the greatest wrestling program in the world today, Jim Crockett Promotions, and I do it because I like it, and because I'm so good, too, by the way, Squeeze. Have I told you lately that I loved you, and my lips are getting a little dry? Let's get out of here, baby.
Okay, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin along with Precious. Back with more action right after this time out.
They about to go make some babies in the back, but I agree, Hopper.
I wonder if her lips are dry.
What? Wow.
That's insulting. Jesus Christ.
It's
Doc,
gonna be. Well, I can't remember watching this program, so it's going to be that kind of show tonight.
That's great.
Well, I like to be prepared.
I see that. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that the network's working because I keep getting a lot of freeze ups when I play these tonight for whatever reason. But Harper, what'd you have from this?
I thought it was fun. It's just tell your mama to stop calling me.
You ever had to tell anybody that, Harper? In real
Tell your
life?
mama to stay. Yeah. Tell your mom to stop calling me at 2 in the morning. It texts me WYD question mark at fucking 2 in the morning.
I'm fresh out of ropes by 2 o'clock. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really classy, Doc. Okay, anything else, Doc, from Jimmy Garvin right there?
I'm just no.
No?
Okay.
No.
I thought this was good, man. He's playing with the audience. He didn't avoid it. They're kind of like jarring with him, and he went head on, and he just was like, screw y'all. And then they start kissing at the end. I'm like, Jesus, Lord, man, they're making out on TV. They're about to go make some babies in the back. Jesus. Okay, well, we'll keep going. I got to play Brad here because Brad starts quoting the Lord and some scripture and stuff, and I just thought that was great for Southern Wrestling, so here it is.
Okay, back with you on World Championship Wrestling and Brad Armstrong. Today, a chance to get hold of that World Television title and $10,000.
That's exactly right, Tony. You know, I hate to harp on something that's happened in the past, but it's something that I can't forget. It's something that I won't soon forget, and that's the Four Horsemen jumping on me. Well, the only thing I could think of in any sort of retribution, Tony, to get back at them was to try and get them in the ring one-on-one. And anytime you try to get one of the Four Horsemen in the ring, it's a hard thing to do. But I got one-on-one for the World TV title and $10,000 with the good Lord willing the creeks don't rise, brother. I'm going to walk out of this ring. I got 10 minutes to prove myself. And by gosh, Tilly Blanchard, you're in for the roughest 10 minutes of your life, fella.
Brad, you also know if you don't defeat him, if it's a draw, then he is declared the winner of the match.
I know I got a lot at stake. Well, so does Tully Blanchard, brother. Like I said, good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll walk out with that TV title and 10 grand.
Okay, and that happens very soon right here today on the program. Let's go back to the ring.
Good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. Boy, if that shit didn't strike a nerve with Southern Wrestling fans. Doc, what do you have from Brad right there?
I just thought that's something y'all went down to the levees and screamed to God when shit was happening.
That's not funny.
What?
Nah, I'm just messing with you. Harper, what'd you think?
That's what they said at the end of that Spike Lee joint about Katrina.
I know where that came from your mind. But I laugh when Brad says that it's Southern Wrestling. You know, that's a baby face line if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, that is.
Willing. It's like, dude, we did the episode a long time ago. Church and wrestling. They go hand in hand. You go to wrestling on Saturday, you go to the Lord's house on Sunday. Shit, by Monday you got to go back to work because you didn't spend all your money.
Everybody's trying to work you out of that cash all weekend long.
Yeah, so there you go. Harper, anything else from Brad right there?
I mean, not really, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have anything but the good Lord willing thing. I just thought that was a nice little touch and connection there. He said it twice.
Where's Scott at? He's a kid still at this point?
That's a good question.
I think
because I was sitting there watching this. I was like, "Where's Scott at?" And I was thinking maybe he's
Scott, hold on, Scott.
Doc, you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm on it. Y'all talk about the Armstrongs, Gravestone Mind and shit, Tombstone Mind.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll come back.
Okay,
to you.
so Scott Armstrong would have been He'd have been 27 here. No, I'm sorry, 26. Scott Armstrong.
He's got to be wrestling by then, right?
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere.
Brad. Hold on. Y'all really do a great job of filling in the holes.
Well, we're listening to you. I mean, I can't believe you just can't scan whatever you're looking at to figure out if he was wrestling somewhere.
Dude, the question is,
where was he wrestling at that point?
So Scott is 3 years older than...
In 83, he started wrestling. I mean... Come on.
Can I finish?
Okay.
Scott is 3 years older than Brad.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Brad is 25 right there, or 24 right there.
Okay, you didn't answer. You didn't answer Harper's question, but that's all.
What was Harper's question? I thought it was where's Scott?
Yeah.
Well, he said where. He didn't say what.
He's training for Armstrong's army, dude.
According to Wikipedia,
He started in Southeastern in 1980 at the age of 18. So he was in Georgia until 84. And then he went to Mid-Atlantic in 85.
I guess.
Isn't it? No, that's Brad. Never mind.
What the fuck? So what?
He spent time in Georgia and Alabama between 83 and 89.
Didn't they all?
Well, yeah. So we should just
They're
do that
Armstrongs.
statement. They're Armstrongs.
Where else are they going to go?
That's just nice, Doc. Come on now. All right. So we got Ronnie Garvin versus Gary Royal in the next match. Garvin stretches Gary Royal.
He slapped the piss out of that.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. That's what he was thinking.
All right. So Georgia and Alabama, and he didn't make it over to WCW until 1990.
That sounds about right.
Scott. And then he started teaming with Barry Horowitz.
Oh, wow.
He's still out getting coffee.
You gotta qualify that statement with the fact that that's what happened at Smoky Mountain.
About a year and a half ago, Dutch sent him out for coffee in Smoky Mountain, and he never came back.
Barry, he's like, Barry, can you give me some coffee? Oh, sure, Dutch. Hold on, Barry. Bob Cottle, you want a cup of coffee? Barry gets a cup of coffee.
That was the last time we saw it.
No. I'm okay, Dutch. I don't want any coffee. Barry, I take some coffee, 2 creams and 2 sugars. Barry was gone. Okay. Ronnie Garvin up next. Cutting a, I don't know, I thought he was pretty fired up here. So let's listen to Ronnie.
I don't know what they're trying to accomplish at Midnight Express by trying to take you out. I know they want these titles.
Well, they want this, but it ain't going to be easy. Barry Windham and I know just going to lay down and let somebody take it. He tried to assassinate me. It's exactly, I looked at it. You're going to see it later on in the program. If it would have been for Barry Windham, they was going to decapitate me. I wouldn't even be here today, and if I was, I wouldn't have my head on. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Jimmy Cornette, Dennis the Menace, whatever you are, I am going to tell you something. You're messing around with the wrong guy here. And I'm going to tell you, if you look at the record, you come out here and you brag. Well, I'm going to tell you, Big Bubba, if it was me, I'd get rid of him because Dusty Rhodes done beat him all over the place. I made a fool out of him at Starrcade. The Midnight Express don't have a title. They haven't had a title for a long time. And I'm going to tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, if I was in your shoes, I'd fire you a bunch and start brand new because they ain't no good as far as I'm concerned. It takes 4 of them to get the job done. 4 of them every time. Just like the 4 Horsemen. And what I'm going to tell you, anything you want of me and Barry Windham, come on and get it.
Ronnie Garvin, 1/2 of the U.S. Tag Team.
Well, he's freaking fired up. Harper, did you have anything from that one?
He's just dropping facts, man. When was the last time they had a fucking a fucking belt?
It's been a while because it was way back before Starrcade. I mean, It's been a while, man. They lost it to the Rock and Roll, and I mean we're months past their last title reign where they were NWA World Champions. This whole thing is working towards the whole feud with not only them but Garvin and Cornette too. There's some stuff that's about to pop off. But Harper, anything else from that one?
And they seem to pop when they call him Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, that was lame on my part, but I agree. They jumped up for that for whatever reason. Doc, what about you?
In this era, I mean, baby faces are always going to work better when they're fired up about something. It's just a lot of times in that studio because they're not cutting the angle right there all the time. It's hard. So, I mean, that shit was as good as we've seen Ron Garvin in a long time.
Yeah, he was good. He was good there. All right, so up next, we got Paul Jones, Rick Rude, Manny Fernandez. I'm going to play a quick bit of that. Here they are.
Number 1, Paul Jones, manager of the World Tag Team Champions.
Let me update everybody. Let me tell you what it's all about. The World Champions R&R. You know, everybody's gearing up for the Jim Crockett Memorial Cup. Well, you know, we haven't got our invitations yet, but it's done as an invitation basis. And let me tell you, we plan on going in as a number 1 seed. Rock and Roll Express wants these belts so they can be number 1 seed. The Road Warriors want these belts so they go in as the world champions. And Nikita and Dusty Rhodes, they want these belts so they can get an invitation. Well, brother, like I said before, anytime these men, R&R, put up their belts, their opponents are not going to walk out on their own 2 feet.
That's right, Tony. You know, right here, this is called the World Tag Team Title Belt. And that means we are the #1 tag team in the world. But you see, we are gearing up for the Crockett Cup because it's our chance in 2 short days to beat the dog out of all the other tag teams. You know, Bull and I, we've been planning a long vacation with that $100,000. I think we can have a good time, don't you, Bull?
You know, Semblin, when they all come together, R&R don't stand for insurance policies, Daddy. We don't.
Y'all want to hear the rest of Manny?
No.
That's messed up. I think Manny might listen to this show.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's in a group where I post this show all the time, and he likes to post. So I don't wonder if Manny listens. Manny, you're all right in my book. I don't know about these 2 idiots over here. But,
Hey, I said, Manny, you tried to kick my ass one night in the bar for my Dusty Rhodes impersonation. I ain't trying to do nothing bad. That's some bullshit. Don't throw me under the bus, you jackass, Mike.
If you have to ask, hey, y'all want to hear it? Then we know what you think about it already.
That's true, too, right there.
You son of a bitch.
You're lucky that Manny never got you when you were still wrestling. He could have stretched your ass.
Yeah.
I like Manny. Manny's cool.
Whatever.
I still love the story where he was about to stretch Doc in a bar. He looked at Doc like, who the fuck?
But here's the thing. He looked at me and he knew. I better back off.
Yeah, okay. He knew that he was about to whip your ass and he didn't feel like going to jail that night. Doc, what you got from this promo?
Is Rick Rude confused when he said they're gearing up for the Crockett Cup in 2 days?
He said 2 days?
Yeah, I think he means 2 months.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not in 2 days. That's for sure.
You went to this Crockett Cup, didn't you?
No, I went to the last one.
I thought you went to all the Crockett Cups.
No one. I never said that. Come on, man. Like, I'm going to be traveling across the country going to Crockett Cups.
I thought your family would trade in all your SNAP benefits to for Crockett Cup tickets.
Hopper, what you got from this promo?
I think out of all the ones that we heard from it, this was like the most kind of
This was not one of Rick Rude's best.
No.
Because we usually talk about how great he is and how much of a prick he sounds like in the most sincere way.
Yeah.
I would agree. Even Paul Jones was probably the best of the 3 right there.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I like him since he's gotten with them and he's got rid of the Barbarian and the whole group of.
He stopped being the precursor to the Dungeon of Doom and got him.
Yes. Right. And he changed I like his look. His look looks a hell of a lot better.
He was hit and miss with the Misfits, because I call them Misfits. I mean, that wasn't their name. It was Paul Jones' Army.
Fucking hits.
He was hit and miss. Here's why I say that, because like I liked Pez during that time frame last year, but
what happened to him?
He's still around. He's just not.
No, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's. I've seen him on some worldwides and different shows. He's still there, but I agree. Like Paul Jones, I don't know. It's just the look now. Something's different. It's he's more hit than he is missed. Where he was more missed than he was hit back in about a year ago at this time. All right, next match is Tully Blanchard versus Brad Armstrong. Just as the time limit expires, Brad hits Tully with the finisher, but. Don't be mistaken, because Brad gave Tully all he could handle in this one. It was a pretty good match. Harper, what did you think?
I like this because he was racing against the clock.
Yeah, man.
At fucking 10 minutes.
Yep.
And he almost got it. There's a Russian leg sweep. Nope.
Yep. I mean, it literally went right to the last second.
Yeah.
Doc, anything from that?
Yeah, man, he was all over Tully, and Tully was doing a great job selling it, and that shit was awesome.
Tully made him look real good.
We don't get to see matches. I mean, we get to see matches on here that are good, and nobody can top what we saw last week. But this was, in the studio, this was a hell of a match.
Yeah, it was. All right, are we playing Murdoch here?
I never want to hear from Murdoch.
Well, let me say this. The problem is I know what's coming from Murdoch.
Uh-huh.
Well, you just told us.
What?
And no, I mean like in the next 3-4 weeks.
He
2 to
joined
3
the
weeks.
clan?
Nah, he ain't joining the clan, but it's it's
All
close.
right, all right. We don't need to hear it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, we don't need to hear it. So Boogie's out next. Now Boogie popped me.
Yeah, Boogie is funny.
Yeah.
Boogie was rolling. So we I think we're gonna play Boogie. So let's get Boogie queued up.
You hear the excitement of all the fans. And fans, here he is, direct from Beale Street, Memphis, Tennessee, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant.
Tonight, I want to say hello to all the people in Memphis, Tennessee, and in Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah, I want to thank all these people for all those cards and letters they send to Boogie Woogie Man. You see, Tony, I can't read though, but I have my good friend Bear Van Rascal read all these cards and letters to me. But it's in German, you see. But what I want you to do is send me a picture with these letters. See, you know, Tony, one picture is worth 1,000 words. I love to look at pictures, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to say hello to my Grandma Valiant in New York City. Grandma, I love you to death. I want to say hello to Grandma Savato in West Virginia and all the grandmas in the South. You know the South is good people. The North is good people. Then the East and the West, they great too, you see. What I do, I love all the people. And when you see the Boogie Woogie Man come to your town, be sure to come out, because not only will you get to see the Boogie Man, but we're going to sit down. We will sit down and have a little session, some kind of rap session, some kind of, we might even go to dinner, you understand? All I say is one more time, people, I love you all, and when you see the Boogie Man, don't you dare come up and shake my hand, because I'm going to give you a kiss, and that's nothing but that.
Let's go to the ring.
Roddy's looking at him like, please don't kiss me. Please don't kiss me. All right, Hopper, you wanted me to play it.
He can't read. Poor bastard.
And his reading coach is a Nazi.
Oh, boy.
Baron von Roscoe.
Oh, boy.
That's great. Who else would go out there and admit to being illiterate on TV?
He's ramp. That part was good, but then he starts thanking the grandmas. Man, wrestling was better when all the grannies were in the crowd, you know, acting crazy and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, he's been saying it. Y'all ain't got shit for me, but I'm gonna go out there and still get over. How about that?
Yeah, I guess you're right, because he's been dancing around that thing. All right, Doc. Anything else from that?
We need to get Boogie some hooked on phonics.
Wow.
Boogie's hooked on phonics.
Boogie phonics. After Boogie cut his promo, Lex Luger, who's out there with J.J. Dillon, is up against Tommy Angel. And Shivani and Crockett point out that J.J. is out there with Lex, so they're teasing that, which I guess is important as we progress in through 87. Luger beats Tommy Angel with the torture rack, Harper's favorite finishing move.
You want me to give you a real revelation here?
What's that?
What?
The wrong guy won.
Oh, Jesus. Doc and I had an offline discussion recently about Luger, and I know you guys aren't hot on him. He ain't my favorite, but I don't hate him. But Doc is going to cause some major heat later in 87 when Sting comes in. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Sting.
Well, I'll just say this. We did a top 5 overrated wrestlers of all time a while back, and number 1 on my list is Sting.
Dude, you're gonna have people canceling their patron membership.
No, why?
Because they hate you for that.
Why do they have to be such triggered snowflakes?
Here's
the thing:
joking.
No two guys in tandem killed my love of the wrestling business more than Lex Luger and Sting, except for Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff.
That's not true, because you've said how much you hated Hogan.
Yeah, but I avoided him.
Okay. But, okay, we'll get into Sting in a few months.
When he started
obviously.
the NWO, I went and watched Stone Cold, dude.
Well, we'll get into Sting, but Doc is not a Sting fan. I am, for the record, but Doc's not a Sting fan.
When I was a kid, yeah, but when I watch it now, it's like, okay, it's the Dollar Tree version of Hogan.
Oh, it's not true, Harper.
Yes, it is. It's like, oh fuck, what's real big right now? Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Let's get a guy that's a mixture of both of them.
I don't know. We'll have this discussion once.
And here's the other problem. Vince wanted Luger. He saw himself as Luger, and what he really was the $1 Million Man.
He had the $1 Million Man before he had Luger.
I know, but he'd rather have been the narcissist with Luger.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
the bodybuilder.
Yeah, that's true. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase was so good in Mid-South, but I will give them credit. That was a hell of a gimmick in WWF.
I want to tell you this. There's a lot of guys in this world that would have messed that gimmick up big time, but DiBiase was awesome.
Oh, my God. He was freaking fantastic. If you would have had me rank, I couldn't do it off the top of my head right now, but if you would have had me rank guys in WWF, like if you were to say, give me your top 5, dude, he's one of the people in that top 5 easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's like
he was so good at that gimmick.
In the top 5 heels of that era.
And that whole $1 Million Man thing was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
He was just, God, he was so good at it.
That fucking laugh.
Oh, everything, man. It's just everything he did. He personified it. It was great. All right, well, back to the NWA and not the WWF.
I'll talk about anything as long as we don't have to go back and talk about fucking Lex Luger.
Well, Lex is out here with J.J. Dillon after his match that he just won. Here it is.
Out here with James J. Dillon.
Well, I think it's time we got to clarify a few things because there's been a lot of rhetoric the last couple of weeks. Everybody's kind of made their position pretty clear, but still there's been a lot of confusion over what the outcome was going to be. And as you see, I'm out here today, and I might say very proudly so, to accompany Lex Luger to the ring. That does not mean that the situation with the Four Horsemen has changed. The Four Horsemen are still the tight unit that I told you that they were going to be, that they will continue to be. We did not plan to expand. Ric Flair still reigns as the World Heavyweight Champion. I feel he will for a long, long time. Tully Blanchard demonstrated today that he's willing to put his reputation on the line each and every day. He's willing to put $10,000 on the line that says that he is the very best at what he does, and that's defending the World Television Champion. The Andersons are still the tight-knit unit that they always have been. But still, Lex Luger, a man like this only comes along once in a lifetime, and he is a great, great athlete. And I have an exclusive agreement. I am the executive director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises. That has not changed, but we realize that there's room in the limousine for Lex Luger, and he is officially our associate at this point. The circle of friends of the Four Horsemen is a very small one also. We're very selective about who we want to run around with and who we want to run with us, and Lex Luger has deserved this opportunity, and we're just happy to join him to our elite group.
You know, this is just step one. When I left Florida, every promoter, every manager rang my phone but one. That's the man here, because he's got to call people up, and that's what interested me, because he didn't call. Everyone else did. So what I'm saying is step one, we have the association, my ability to make money, his ability to parlay money into other investments. This association is a match made in heaven. And this is, I want to be a horseman, he knows my intentions, but I plan on earning it.
Okay, Lex Luger and James J. Dillon, but he's not a horseman. Is that what you're saying, or is he a horseman?
I think that's a very minor point. We made it very clear. He is our associate. I don't think you need to discuss it any further.
Okay, James J. Dillon and Lex Luger. More action when we come right back.
All right, Doc, what do you think about your buddy Lex right there?
Why is he so out of breath?
Can you assess his promo? Anything else, or you just really Doc? Yeah, I don't think people realize this. Doc got into a discussion with me the other day, and he literally hates Luger. He hates him. There's not a bone in his body that likes Luger.
Dude.
So, what? Go ahead. I'm listening.
I did like the line he put out there about the only person that didn't call him was JJ, and that's what made him want to. He's like a broad in that way. They like dudes that don't show him any attention. So
that's a great freaking comparison.
You know.
Wow. Yeah. No, you're right about that. Harbor, anything from you there?
He's just an associate, man.
A pledge.
Yeah, he's as you say a friend of the university.
I like the way JJ got pissy with Shivani at the end.
We're done here.
Yeah, we're done.
Shivani's like, so let me clarify. Is he a member?
Nah.
He's like, he's just like, he's like, shoot him off. Like, dude, back up off me, man. He's an associate. You know, you can figure out the rest.
Yeah.
But, you know, we got what we got. All right, Harper, anything else from it?
No, sir.
Doc, you?
No.
Baron Von Raschke's up next. I'm not playing anything.
God.
They gave him a little TV time to, you know, cut a promo. I mean, he hadn't cut a promo in a while. He's been on Worldwide. I mean, he's been on shows here and there, but we haven't really heard from him since Starrcade 86, and so that's that. But up next, we got a pretty good match where we got Ric Flair and Ole Anderson. So we hadn't seen Rick in action in a while. I take that back. We saw him last week, but it was at the live arena versus Tim Horner and Eddie Roberts. Rick is battling Eddie Roberts, and you can hear the crowd chant, "Beat him up, Slick Rick, beat him up."
Yeah.
They're definitely pro Rick out here. Flair and Arn basically beat Roberts up. I want to say most of the whole match, maybe one tag when Horner gets in. Ole and Rick eventually win when Ole puts the armbar on Roberts. Harper, do you have any thoughts from this match?
I'm thinking, how lucky are these two bastards to be in a match with Rick and Ole?
I had a similar note.
With the world champion. I mean, it's fucking Ric Flair in his prime, and his Horner, and I don't even remember who the other guy was. They're fucking locking up with fucking Flair. It's like, God, these fucking lucky bastards.
Eddie Roberts was the guy, but definitely good stuff. I mean, to see Rick, and I mean, we saw Rick last week, but you never really see Rick in the studio. I don't say never, but it's rare. I mean, you never see Dusty, but Rick is only really a few times. Doc, what did you have?
So Horner's on a job tag team. That was kind of interesting. And you think when he was locking up with Ole and Flair in this match, he thought to himself, 6 years later, I'm going to be wrestling a goddamn mummy.
Spoiler alert. Jesus, Doc.
I know, huh?
Fuck.
I think it's going to think, I'm going to be a commissioner in 2018.
Someday I'll get a fax machine.
County commissioner with a fax machine.
30 years from now, I'm going to be running shit and who gives a shit county, Tennessee.
I got to get with Tommy Noe. I want to talk to Horner. I want to get him on the show. I do. I just want to get him on. But if you ever listen to Horner in like shoot interviews or just different interviews, I mean, he's not Mr. Personality either.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You kidding me.
Right. Lex Luger and J.J. Dillon come out again, and let's play it because this is part of the angle that's happening right now. So here it is.
The Horsemen were red hot today, and this is quite an event for the Horsemen.
We're on a roll. Tully Blanchard, as you said, successfully defended the world television title. Then the world heavyweight champion showed what a diversified athlete he is by going in the ring and tag team commentation with one of the Andersons. So I know he had to feel good.
Oh, Barry Windham.
Luger, one last time. Now, I can't believe you're doing it. You can't believe that you're associated with this man right here. You don't need to do this at all.
Let me tell you something. I've been sitting back and I haven't uttered a word up to this point, but you've been throwing in something.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you.
There goes the podium. All right, I'll turn it down because they're just basically beating on Barry at this point. Doc, what do you have from this?
My exact note was Luger is the shits.
Damn.
That's nice.
Come on, dude.
I just can't. I can't even.
You can't even. God, that's an inside joke.
Luger's like, if fucking Petrol would talk, this is it.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if I got that. I don't know if I got that far because I got a similar note later that says Petrov is double the shits.
Shit. I can't go there. I think y'all are being hard on Luger, man. He's just coming in. I don't love him, but I don't hate him.
I don't hate him. It's just out of all the main eventers from that era, he was the weakest link of his time, I think.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying.
Hey, we all got an opinion on it. It's cool. It's cool. All right. Well, we'll move forward now. I mean, basically, here it is. They've been butting heads here and there. Him and Luger and
Barry's
Barry.
got mind his fucking business, bro. I'm sitting there watching this shit. I'm like, fuck you, Barry. This shit got nothing to do with you.
He's trying to save him. That's his friend, Harper.
It's like if your friend wants to go play for the team, if your friend wants to go play for the Browns, that's got nothing to do with you.
Well, comparing the Browns to the Horsemen, no disrespect to Steven Jaworski, because I know you're a Browns fan out there, but
you want to talk about
you can't compare the Browns to the Horsemen, Harper. That's not. Come on, dude.
You want to talk about doing the Von Erich thing? To be a Browns fan, Jesus.
Yeah,
come on.
That's bad, man. Did that be a ticket holder?
Now, what it really is, what this really is in real life is, man, you know full well if you see your fucking buddy at a bar about to go home with a fucking wildebeest or a gorilla, you ain't gonna step in. You're gonna take pictures for evidence.
I'll be like, hey, guess what Luger did last night?
He went home with this girl named Amy who drinks gravy out of a gravy boat.
She drinks raisin cake sauce.
He's trying to help his boy out. He's just trying to save him, but it ain't gonna happen. So anyway, Harper thinks Barry Windham ought to mind his business.
Jealous.
Yeah. Hey,
he's like that old lady on the block that's looking out her damn window at everybody, seeing what they're doing and trying to snitch on somebody.
I'm gonna pop y'all. So last week on the YouTube channel, I try to put these out a little bit the day before on the YouTube channel, the actual NWA portion of the show. So last week somebody commented on last week's episode and said, "Why are these three guys talking like they think it's all real?" And Mount St. Mary's finest Philip Allen, patron member, Hall of Fame patron member, came back and said, "Why are you listening?" So, don't mind your business, man. Somebody says something like that on our YouTube channel, call them out.
No,
don't worry about what we're doing here.
That's different.
Okay. But I thought that was funny. So, anyway, the angle here it is. Barry got jumped, and the thing is, Barry is, he's supposed to have a match later with Arn. We'll have to see what happens, though, since Barry just got, I'll say, jumped, and he might not be fresh for that match. But anyway, we'll keep going, because next off we got Ivan Koloff, and boy, Ivan's really trying here.
The Russians have struck a blow, and I mean going right after Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff.
We're going to strike a blow tomorrow night in Albany against the superstars. We're going to find out how big the superstars they are. The super team, superpowers, they call themselves. You, Dusty Rhodes, and Nikita. You're hiding from Vladimir, still Nikita, hiding behind Dusty Rhodes. But tomorrow night, Vladimir is going to knock Dusty Rhodes down, then knock you down, Nikita, and punish you the way you deserve to be punished. You remember, Nikita, you see, you're always after Ric Flair and the world title. So far, you have not been successful in capturing it. Ric Flair has controlled world title for many years. I know how determined you are, Nikita. You will not stop until your goal is accomplished. But you see, Nikita, our goal is to get you in the ring, one-on-one, against Vladimir, and punish you for what you have done. Now you see, Vladimir is much bigger now, Nikita. 300 pounds, 23-inch neck, 23-inch arms, bench press over 600 pounds, Nikita. So you remember, Nikita, a few years ago, about 4 years ago, I bring you out to the country to see Vladimir and his parents. And all the time you compete against each other. You go out in the woods to find something to compete against. So you try to see who can knock biggest tree down with sickle. Well, Nikita, you find out again, you both come back all bruised, and you laugh about it. You think it is funny. How about bench press contest, Nikita, 1 year ago? You brought me to do 550 pounds 5 times. You only do it 4 times. I remember how angry you were about this. Next week you come back and you bench press 550 6 times. Each time trying to outdo each other. Well, Nikita, the tree is going to be swinging back at you. Russian justice is going to prevail. And Dusty Rhodes, it is going to be at your expense. Hurt Dusty Rhodes. That is our goal also.
All right. Ivan and Vladimir Petrov. Let's go.
Well, Ivan's out there trying, bro. He's trying, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc, what do you have from this?
Man, you can't salvage this shit.
You sound disappointed.
Even Uncle Ivan can't do it. I honestly, I quit listening halfway through this. It's just depressing. Petrov makes Luger look like Luthez.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy sucks, man.
So, do y'all want to comment on the match after that Petrov has with Zane Smith and Petrov wins?
Okay, I will say this. With a show of hands, who fucking watched it? Because I did.
Okay, so here's the deal. And this may be worse than what you did. I watched it just to make sure he didn't screw up his damn finisher. They shouldn't have given him. They shouldn't have given him that finisher. By the way, I don't think he used it this week though.
How do you win?
I don't even remember. I just put Petrov wins. I didn't put how. Usually I put how, but then I'm not going back to look. So
right, It's bad. Ivan deserves better. He should go back to Russia and hang out.
It's almost like it's like Weekend at Bernie's, man. They're just trying to, make you think he's a real guy. Let's put some clothes on him and stand him up and go sit him in a fucking chair.
Dude, that movie. God. That movie. Oh, Jesus. When the music would hit and he would start walking.
They ought to do an angle here since they don't have anybody for him. It's like Ivan starts to get disillusioned with the Kremlin for sending him such a piece of shit.
I'm supposed to. Me and Bruce Mitchell have been supposed to record for a long time. It's been like months in the making. I'm supposed to be talking to him soon, and he was real close to this angle, and he's talked a lot about Ivan and whatnot.
God, he did the finisher to end it. I just watched it, and it is shitty. He didn't miss it. It's just like, God, it's. Let me put it this way: it makes the damn torture rack look like the Canadian destroyer that Petey Williams does.
Why is that finisher is not hard to hit?
Well,
it just looks like shit though, because all you do is just kind of pushing him down.
Right.
Yeah.
And he ain't twinkle toes on his feet either. So
no, he's real like robotic. Yeah. But I want to ask Bruce Mitchell about this.
He's like every cleanup hitter for baseball in the steroid era. He's too.
Wow. But anyway, as soon as I have Bruce on, I'm going to ask him, like, man, how bad did Petrov, hurt what Ivan was involved in before Magnum's injury when Nikita had to turn babyface? I'm just curious, like, for somebody who lived it, was actually at the matches, like, what he saw. So, crazy stuff. But let's keep going, because after that, we got Nikita and Dusty, and Dusty's out here with his Celtics jacket on. Here it is.
Ivan Vladimir out here making threats not only to hurt Nikita, but to hurt Dusty Rhodes.
I heard what Ivan Koloff and his big mouth say, and I'm tired of it, Ivan Koloff. I'm tired of what you have to say. You say I stand behind Dusty Rhodes? No, I stand on the wrong side, Dusty Rhodes. You see, we are partners, we are friends, and you're going to find out. You say I attain every goal I want to attain. You're right. I want to be World Tag Team Champion, and I went out and I was World Tag Team Champion, World Six-Man Champion, USA Champion. I want to be World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm going to be someday, Ivan Koloff. But now I have a new goal, and that is for you and Vladimir Pietro to find out just how come American Dream and the King of Korov are the superpower. American Dream.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Now then, the Four Horsemen. Lex Luger, associate. J.J. Dillon, Bill Windham, lay it out on this concrete floor. Talking about getting funky like a monkey. It's time we get funky like a monkey. Lex Luger, no place, nowhere have you ever get a hold of the power of the American dream in this country. Now then, you're a member of an elite group. You ride in the same limousine. So you're going to take the same butt kicking every time me and Nikita get ready for it. You chose your path. Now then, we going to get fucking like a monkey.
Dusty Rhodes and Nikita.
Bro, Dusty and Nikita are trying now, Doc. They all trying to get this thing across the finish line.
They're stuck in neutral, pal.
Yeah,
Okay.
it ain't happening, bro.
No,
this is over with.
Man,
Lost
you know
cause.
you know what this is in the corporate world, right?
What?
Somebody came up with that bad idea, and we keep sitting in these same motherfucking meetings going, everybody here knows this shit ain't gonna work, but nobody's gonna stop it.
okay.
And tell me how often that happens.
All the time.
Right.
because the head bookers, corporate executives are like, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. And they ride that it's not that bad wave until it just eventually it crashes and burns, and then they're trying to figure out how to recover, and you're like, well, I told you, and
that's when they announce they're moving to another division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else from that, Harper?
No, fuck no. It's
All right.
just a lost cause.
We got Manny and Rick Rude versus Rocky King and Kent Glover. Rude hits the Rude Awakening on Glover, and Manny and Rick Rude get the win. Doc, anything from that, or can we keep going?
We can keep going.
Let's
All
keep
right,
rolling.
Cool. After that, Corny does come out and he does introduce the Midnight Express. It's relatively quick. I didn't really have anything from it to play. But Midnight come out. They're gonna face off against Vernon Deaton and Larry Stevens. Larry Stevens with some colorful gear on here. Cornette talked continuously through the entire match. He did not shut up. When he finally shuts up a little bit right before, Crockett said he's got enough air to fill up the Goodyear blimp. Harper, any thoughts from this match?
Nah, I mean, not really.
Yeah, me either. It just
Yeah.
Corny just wouldn't shut up, which was
Yeah.
great. I mean, I'm not complaining. It was very entertaining if you did listen to him. Did you have anything, Doc?
Is this Condry's last match?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Condry, no. We got him for a little while longer.
Okay.
So, well, next up, hey, we've been waiting all episode. We had Ric Flair out here earlier. He was wrestling, but now it's time to hear Ric Flair on a promo, and you know Rick always pretty much delivers, so here it is.
And fans, here he is, the heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And that was the Midnight Express, my good friends Bobby and Dennis, who I've been with the last 3 days. And believe me, brother, anything they say they can do, they can do. Now, here we are at a point in time. You don't mind if I slip on this mink coat here, do you? Come on over here and hold this one. Come on over here, guys. What I'm going to do, Tony Schiavone, and all my magnificence, is tell you why. And you know, I hate getting sweaty. I hate getting sweaty before I got to come out here and talk to the public, because I know that anything I say, the people know is as good as gold they can put in the bank. Right now, Lex Luger, woo, the monster. And I got to tell you up front, Luger and I have not always seen eye to eye. But right now, Luger's showing me a lot of style and a lot of class, and most importantly, he's showing me and the other four horsemen a lot of wrestling ability. Because you see, regardless of the fact if we party all night long, if we ride around in long limousines or our private jet, the horseman's mainstay in life is the fact that they can wrestle better than anybody else. That's why I see Luger and Tony Blanchard as a great tag team combination. Maybe the cup, baby. Maybe the cup. Now, Barry. What you want to see is about the suspenders, right, girls? Huh? Yeah, right here. This was about $1,800 in Caesar's Palace. You know, Tony Schiavone, I really get off coming out here after seeing Dusty Rhodes, and there's nothing happening. Larry Bird, Celtics, green jacket, those honky boots. There's nothing happening, blue jeans. Nikita Koloff, all he can do is go like this. Now, you know what that tells me, Koloff? You're like a lot of women I know, with a full sweater and empty head. In other words, you got everything going for you physically, buddy, but nothing up here to make it go round and round. And tonight, in Charleston, West Virginia, Nikita, I'm going to walk that aisle, looking as only I can look. And my friend, you go down. You know why? Because I am the world's heavyweight wrestling champion, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to be in Baltimore, Richmond, and Atlanta, Georgia. Barry Windham, you want to show the world why you're back in the NWA, why you came back to the big time? Well, you got your shot, Barry Windham. All you got to do is beat Slick Rick. No big deal, right? All you got to do is beat the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Tony Schiavone, you're wrapped me up here, guy. But let me show you something. Because I'm that kind of a guy. Never carry less than $5 grand, buddy. 500. Do something about that coat before I get back next week, guy. I can't be standing out here looking like I do. And I'll put it on later. Ladies, the Space Mountain auditions all over the country. We like your member between the ages of 18, 28. No boyfriends, no husbands. If we're at the Marriott or the Hyatt Regency, you just style and profile right in that door, grab hold of one of the horsemen, woo, and we'll do the rest.
The world champion, Ric Flair. More action right after this timeout.
It ain't a Ric Flair promo unless he invites the Space Mountainettes to the Marriott after. Doc, what do you have from this 4 minutes of, God, Rick just goes out there and rips it up, man. Go ahead.
See, I didn't think it was that great. I think he started trying to get Luger over, and that killed all the credibility. I may have to quit the show.
I actually think that's what made it beautiful. He's really putting him over, and it's going along with the story they're trying to tell as far as Luger.
Now, I did pop when he called Dusty's boots honky.
Honky boots, Jesus Lord. Harper, what did you enjoy this?
I liked his description of Nikita. It sounded like he was, on target.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, only Rick could go out there and do what he did over that 4 minutes time.
Oh, he's better than everybody else on the show. I'm just saying that's not his normal best because he's having to lug around 280 pounds of dead weight.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else from that, Harper?
Nah.
No. All right, Doc, you?
No.
The next promo is JJ Dillon, and then Tim Horner interrupts. I hadn't planned on playing it. I was going to talk through what happens, but
do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So JJ's out there yapping, and Horner says, "Hold on, brother. I'll take Barry's spot and fight Arn." And
I'll
then
get
we
you.
head straight to the ring.
I'll fight one of you 2, 4, 3, 5 horsemen.
Yes. So it was supposed to be Arn versus Barry Windham, which would have been a hell of a match.
Oh.
But
this show needed that.
But Horner takes Barry's place because Barry, as we know, was attacked earlier in the episode. So Horner and Arn are going at it, but Arn starts cheating and, God, rubbing Tim's face in the canvas, and Barry hits the ring to help Tim.
Come on. There wasn't a point when he was doing that where you were like,
Yeah.
Living vicariously. You started like, you unbuckled your pants and reached your hand down in the air. I was like,
no, I wouldn't do anything of the sort. But anyway, so long story short, Barry comes into the ring, sends Arn running, and then we cut then to a Barry Windham promo. But I did want to ask before we go to Barry Windham's promo, Doc, what did you have from what went down there?
Nothing.
Harper, you?
Well, I got the spine buster in.
Yeah, that shit's always awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely is. Well, I'll save it for a couple weeks from now. Something Arn does, but no, he's been using a spine buster, and he had used it a couple times for a finisher in the last few episodes. Well,
yeah,
in like either the next episode or the one after that, he goes back to the gourd buster. So it was just really, I don't know, it's kind of really strange. But anyway, so we'll keep going on. So Barry Windham is going to cut a quick promo. Again, this is after he just saved Horner and sent Arn Anderson running. Here it is.
Something right now. Lex Luger, you made your bed, now you're gonna land it, big boy. Ric Flair, all the horsemen, Arn Anderson, time's coming up. Somebody is gonna start taking out the horsemen, and it's gonna be me. I got a lot of friends too. Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, Magnum TA, and they'll all back me up anytime. And I'll tell you what, you want to get down to it, you want to fight on the concrete, in the street, I'll do it anytime.
All right, there you heard Barry Windham. Now let's go to Tony Schiavone.
All right, what you got from Barry right there, Doc?
Man, I'm ready to put the rocket ship on him after last week. That was good, and I'm ready. Magnum who? Forget about him. He's a cripple. Let's get going.
Wow, Doc. I mean, come on.
Yeah, man.
Asshole. See, dude.
I mean, just think about.
I didn't want that to happen. I'm just saying we're here now.
Okay. Harper, anything from you on Barry right there?
He's ready to roll, man. But I was
Good,
thinking, why didn't he wrestle?
Because he got jumped.
Yeah, but if you could do the fucking run in and all this shit.
Well, they were trying to say he wasn't ready, but he proved them wrong. So he was courageous and came out and did his thing.
That's right, damn it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But he's ready to fuck them all up.
Yeah, dude, he's fired up, he's ticked off, and you gotta like that from what you saw right there. All right, so we go from that straight to Jim Cornette. Tony Schiavone's with him, and Dennis Condrey. To say he may be getting burnt out by this point, if you've heard what Cornette says, as Dennis got to his last, months and days in Crockett as a member of the Midnight Express, man, he sure does have a lot of fun with Tony's notes that are sitting on the podium. So here it is.
Okay, David, thank you very much. Pandemonium here today, and now let's bring back Jim Cornette, Big Bubba, and the Midnight Express.
It looks like Barry Windham's got his hands full. I don't think he's going to be able to protect his partner as much as I thought. But you know something? The Crockett Cup Tag Team Tournament coming up in April in Baltimore. To be one of the top seeds in that thing is as prestigious as winning any other tag team tournament. Now, last year, they messed us around, but this year, Mama's done a lot of behind-the-scenes maneuvering with a lot of money, and we're going to be the top seed in the Crockett Cup. Now, I talked about controversy, all kind of conspiracy against the Midnight Express, people talking about it. Well, I got a little piece of tape I want to show you how we deal with conspiracies and how we get things done. And if you want to see
here it is. This is not a pretty thing to look at.
Well, yeah, it is pretty. It's the best looking thing I've seen, and that includes you today. Let me tell you something. What we figured was if we hurt Ronnie Garvin so bad that he never wrestled again, then that would take care of our problem. If we didn't, it'd make him mad enough to where he would have to put the United States Tag Team belts up against the Midnight Express. Now, you see what happens here right now. We get that punk Windham out of the way. Well, he can't see. Isn't that a shame? Poor Barry can't see. There goes Garvin flat on his back, just like we've left him so many times before by Loverboy Dennis. Beautiful Bobby scores with the knee lift off the top rope. And, brother, now you're going to see it. What we're fixed to do is we're going to make the headless Frenchman out of Ronnie Garvin. Just like I promised, we're going to take him out of professional wrestling once and for all. This was our intention. We planned it out, and we were going to take his head off just like a guillotine. And what happens? Wyndham sticks his nose into our business once again, just as Dennis is coming down. Well, let me tell you something. Wyndham's got his hands full. He ain't going to be around to save you all the time, Ronnie Garvin. You know, I underestimated Ronnie Garvin. I didn't think he was that big of a stinking gutless coward, but still he is not mad enough, not angry enough, not hot enough to put those United States Tag Team belts on the line. Well, Ronnie Garvin, you didn't get hot enough then. We're going to make you hot enough, brother. We're going to get you so hot that you're going to have to put those belts up against us, and then the Midnight Express are going to have them. And in the process, Ronnie Garvin, I made you a promise, and we are going to keep it. We got a little sidetracked there, but we ain't discouraged. We're going to take you out of professional wrestling, Ronnie Garvin, because Punk Barry Windham ain't going to be around all the time to save your neck. One of these days, we're going to catch you, and we're going to make good on our promise. And I want to say one more thing to Dusty Rhodes about Pittsburgh on February 27th when he gets in that cage with Big Bubba Rogers, and that is, we're going to go through you just like X-Lax through a widow woman, Dusty Rhodes. We're going to take you out, and we're going to have that $100,000, and I'm going to give it to Big Bubba, and these men are going to be wearing belts around their waist, and I'm going to be recognized as the greatest manager of professional wrestling that anybody's ever seen. And in short, all you stinking, stupid rednecks out there are going to have to admit that we are the greatest thing that you've ever seen, and no more conspiracy, no more keeping the Midnight Express down, no more being prejudiced against us, because the time has come for us to be the greatest thing in professional wrestling. And the Crockett Cup will be the final crown and glory. When we take that $1 million in that cup home, we will be the greatest thing in the world. And we're out of here.
We're coming right back.
Schiavone gets really like worked up when they're out there because they just screw with him the whole time Jim's talking. But Harper, you have anything from this?
God, he can talk, huh?
Dude,
I would love to know, like, how long could he legit talk for?
You need him, and if you ever need, he should run for Senate. He could be your designated filibuster.
Filibuster? Yeah. Dude, if he went out there, he could filibuster and not stop.
Do we need to explain to our audience what a filibuster is?
Political. Let's just stay away from it. It's dumb. But basically, Jim could go to the Florida Senate and not shut up and just keep talking and keep talking. And they couldn't do anything about it to stop him. But yeah, he doesn't shut up. Doc, what did you have from this?
Why does X-Lax affect a widow woman more than another kind of woman?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it sounded good.
I know. That's what was great about it.
It sounded really, really fantastic, so I went with it.
That powder sure looked believable to me.
Yeah. You know, and again, this is setting up things that are basically coming down the pipe and where this whole angle is going with Midnight and Ronnie Garvin and some stuff that's going to happen in a couple of weeks. So we're building towards something here. Doc, anything else from Cornette there?
Man, that was good stuff.
Yeah, he can just talk and talk.
He don't stop, dude. He went for over 3 minutes straight. And it barely took a breath. Barely took a breath. All right, so let's. We got a couple of things going on here. So Tully and JJ are going to start off this closing promo at the end of the show. Let me play their portion, and then Rick, Arn, and Lex come in at one point. So let's play the first part of it. Here it is.
And once again, earlier on TV today, once again the winner and still world television champion, Tully Blanchard.
You know, Tony Schiavone, you take Brad Armstrong, all these people cheering for him, all the people at home, great wrestler. We took him on national television, gave him the time, gave him the opportunity to be somebody in wrestling. But just like so many more, Brad Armstrong, this much too short. You're the loser, and we're the winners. Now then, you talk about $10,000, you talk about the World's Television Championship, you talk about the Horseman. Tully Blanchard is synonymous with all of those. I take $10,000 of my money, JJ carries it down every night that we go in any arena from this end to that end of the country. And nobody in any walk of life, you, Tony Schiavone, would you put $10,000 up, says you're the best announcer?
No,
That's
I
right.
wouldn't.
No Dr. Wood, lawyer, ditch digger, cameraman, all you minimum wage people out there, would you put money up, say you're the best floor manager, not a chance. Because why? Because nobody has enough confidence to say they are the best at what they do. But Tully Blanchard does. That's why. That's why. $100 bills goes with me, along with the World's Television Championship, to the ring every night. Right, James J.?
That's exactly right. We're the best at what we do, and we know that. Now, Barry Windham came out here, and he learned a very, very harsh lesson. The Four Horsemen do not tolerate interference from anyone else. You can say what you want in the privacy of your own dressing room. You can knock us all you want because you're jealous, and we expect that. But when you come out here on national television during our time and confront one of us, much less put your hands on me, you're gonna pay the price. And right now, I'd be willing to pay for this television time to go back and let everybody be reminded of what happened to Barry Windham, and let it serve as an example that if you want to come up and confront one of us, the same thing could very well happen to you. Let's take a look.
All right, so they go back to the recap where Barry comes out, confronts Lex. Lex and JJ jump Barry. But before we talk about that or the next part of this promo, Doc, did you have anything from Tully and JJ right there as they basically tell Barry to don't stick his nose in their business?
Luger out there and no Ole makes my heart hurt. It kills my joy. It makes me
gotten to that part of it yet.
It makes me feel like I need a live, laugh, love poster hung up somewhere near me at all times.
Or some rocks that say B-U-T-F-O.
Yeah.
Well, she did tell me the other day she's going to paint me a rock. I told her to just dip that sumbitch in some black paint and hand it to me.
He is 100% shooting right now, too. She told her she was going to paint him a rock. Okay. Anything else from that part of it, Doc?
I thought Tully was really good right there. Are you going to go put up money saying you're the best?
No.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
That's a bold statement.
Yep. All right. Harper, anything from you on that one?
I want to see when someone actually gets the 10 grand.
Why would we give anybody the money? Come on now.
Stay tuned to see if it happens, folks.
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat channel. All right. So with that, we go now to the closing promo, and this is what Doc is talking about. So I'll set the stage. We got, when they come back from the recap, Arn is out there, Rick's out there, Tully's out there, JJ's out there, and Lex, but no Ole. So let's listen to the. Uh-oh.
As members of the Four Horsemen along with Lex Luger.
This is a very, very elite group here, and I look at up here at the monitor, this man really helps fill out the picture. Wouldn't you say so, Double A?
Pure and simple, like we told you, Rhodes. You wonder why Lex Luger wants to be affiliated with the Horsemen? It's pure and simple. The places you go that they let you in with holes in your blue jeans, those nasty boots, and one of those big goofy 10-gallon hats, you can't get in. The places we go, they require a coat and tie. You're talking about quality athletes. You look at Tully Blanchard, World Television Champion. You look at the Mecca of manhood, Ric Flair, World's Heavyweight Champion. You look at myself in The Rock. We're a synchronized, polished unit. We will sacrifice one of us to get the eventual end. And you're talking about masterminds, right here it is. All in closing, let me say this. Everybody on this earth wakes up every day of their life wishing they were somebody else. When you look around at us, we're just ecstatic being ourselves.
Let me say one last thing. This week we were all in Las Vegas, and up on Caesar's Palace I had Bill Cosby and what was the other guy, Sammy Davis, and all of a sudden I seen the guy out there ripping down letters as fast as he could pull them, and before we left town it said the Four Horsemen are in town. Boys, this is a special moment right here. Let's join hands. My man, you're part of it. All right, the Horsemen.
All righty.
Members of the Four Horsemen. And what a day this has been for them.
Notice about the next time we're in Las Vegas, buddy, we're going to bring you along and do the play-by-play, Daddy.
We'll see you next week on World Championship Wrestling.
I got to give, dude, this was great. I got to give Arn the Rolex, and I know we'll get to more of that later. Arn's getting my Rolex, though, this week, and we'll get to the grade later. But this was good. Ole ain't there. Obviously, they're planting seeds here. So, Doc, what did you have from this?
when he said Shivani could do play-by-play, how do you call a mustache ride?
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's really what he was saying.
Yeah, pretty much. He wanted to
That's
play-by-play.
nice.
That's just disgusting. God.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. I mean, can we be a little bit classier?
No.
All right. Well, that's true too. Harper, what did you have?
Fucking the double A, bro. Most people wish they fucking wake up wanting to be someone else. We're fine being ourselves, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Right. He started having church up in there. Yeah. I mean, he's a dude. I'm serious. If you go back and watch that, he's sitting at that podium like he's at a church podium, and he's preaching to his congregation.
He's about to turn on his cousin. He's got to summons all the energy he can get.
That's true too. Got to call on the Lord to do the Lord's work, right?
Yes.
All right. Harper, anything else from this?
Nah.
Yeah, me either. Doc, what about you?
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's. I gave out my Rolex. Harper, you give out yours.
I'll give mine to JJ, man, because he really worked his ass off on this episode.
That's true too. He had a couple.
Yeah,
promos. You're right.
Fuck, he was all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. Doc, who you giving yours to?
I had 3 contenders. The
All right.
first one will surprise you. I thought Ronnie Garvin was really good at the early part of the show there. I thought, he did something a little different than he normally does. Number 2, and really this is 1B, because let's be clear, man, Arn ripped it up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give mine to Tully, because I really liked, you're a great wrestler, but you came up short. And I put the money on the line, and you ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that. I thought that was really effective. Now, Arn got the best line in.
Mm-hmm.
But I really liked where Tully was going with that, with his money angle thing. So I'm going to give it to Tully.
Tully was rolling. I mean, I don't think there's any. The 3 that we gave, Arn, Tully, and JJ, I'm good with. Tully was good. As I listen back and think about it now, that's a good one. All right, so what are you rating the episode, Doc?
Me?
Yep.
I'm trying real hard to not just kick this in.
Yeah.
Kick it in the shin because of Petrov and Luger. So I'm trying to be a partial wrestling historian / journalist here. This show was not great, and I do know they're setting some things up, so I'm okay with that, and I'm in for the ride. But I'm gonna say this was a B-.
All right. Harper, what you giving it?
I gave it a standard B, and I think that might be a little bit too high.
There's some stuff in this one that does drag it down.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm giving mine a B as well. I can't argue that whole Petrov thing. I mean, it just Ivan is out there for 2 minutes trying to cut a promo.
He's suffering. He's like blinking at he's like blinking at the camera, like somebody come save me.
Like I was waiting for Harper to throw out some kind of analogy that he always throws out, where it's like, you're out there and you're trying to do your best, but it's not working, and you're sitting there thinking it's not working, but you're like, damn it, I got to do it anyway. And he's just out there. He's doing the best he can, but it's like, man, it's not getting it. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's like.
What if he just stopped in the middle of the promo and went to his Canadian accent? It was just like, I can't.
Fuck this. He just throws his hands up like, fuck this.
I can't do it anymore.
Broke character after 25 years.
I'm gonna be in a car.
I'm done, y'all. Wait, what? On that? It's during the middle of the TV taping. I'm done.
He got harassed by the FBI. He probably got death threats after beating Bruno, but carrying this piece of shit around was the thing that broke him.
All right. Well, so Harper gave it a B. I gave it a B. Doc gave it a B-, and then Rolexes go to Tully, Arn, and JJ. So good stuff there. All right. Well, Harper, we got to get it over now to. I got Luke Hawks buzzing my phone line right now to get it over to him. So, he told me earlier today.
He said you're late to come pick up his bags, Harper.
Dude, he's got some heavy animosity towards Shane Douglas. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I saw that, huh?
Personal issues, pal.
Dude, he's pissed at Douglas. So let's look. We'll close the show out in a minute, but I got Luke Hawks buzzing my phone right now. Let's go get it over to Luke Hawks. Harper, hit the tagline, and then we'll be back to close the show out in a few.